Hi Scorpio, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chandler and this is your intuitive energy reading for this week. As you guys know, it is Water Sign Wednesday, one of my favorite days of the week. I love you guys, Scorpio. I'm glad to see you back if you're a returning subscriber. For those of you who are new, you may resonate with this message if you have a sun, moon, rising, or Venus. And of course, my name is Chandler and this is my channel, Chandler The Light. I do offer personal readings typically. However, this week and potentially next, I am only offering extendeds, but those extendeds have gained a reputation of being the almost personal extendeds, okay, given the name by my followers. So I guess, you know, to their surprise, we got even more clarity than they had potentially expected, so that's kind of a good thing. I just recently started doing this, so if you'd like to follow me over to Vimeo after this reading, then please do. We will definitely go more in depth. We'll see where this goes, but of course this reading is still a general reading and it won't resonate with everyone, so make sure to check your moon, rising, Venus, or even cross-watch your partner's signs if you're looking into their astrology. And of course, cross-watchers, this may resonate with you. Of course, feel free to play with the roles, switch up the characteristics if necessary, okay, as it pertains to your story. What else? That was a lot of information. That was a lot of information. Your guys' heads probably like, let's see what comes up in your Sacred Geometry Activations deck, you guys. Let's slow it down a little bit. Let's get into your energy. Oh, let's get into your energy. Scorpio, there's been a lot of natural disasters coming up in the water signs energy today. Now, I say that with a really light heart, okay, because it has a symbolic reference every time. Like in Cancer's reading, they got this symbol of an eruption, okay, and at the end of the reading, we found out that someone was going to do something surprising and uncalled for, right? So that's happening a lot, and that's why I feel this energy, okay, surrounding you that is very similar to Cancer's. Or I'm sorry, maybe that was Pisces, I can't remember. That is of a natural disaster. I'm getting this earthquake, okay, just splitting right down the middle, right? So this may pertain to some portion of the reading. I just closed my eyes and got that. All right. You know what I'm finding, and I'm telling all the signs the same thing, that there's like this alter ego going on, okay, and a lot of signs, especially because it is Cancer season and it is a watery season and people just don't know how to handle water, right? They don't know how to handle emotions. They aren't comfortable there. They've been avoiding them for so long that this astrology with all the retrogrades and the solar eclipse and all, it's going to get the best of some people, okay? Especially with Mars and Leo, this is making people tense and very passionate and very opinionated and very strong and confident, potentially overly confident. Okay, so we need to be cool as a cucumber during this reading and during this time. A lot of emotional upheavals. Serious? Tantric journey has come up so much in readings. The first person to get it, I believe, was Libra. The second person to get it, I believe, was Cancer. Now, you guys, interesting. Tantric journey has a lot, as a reader to me, okay, in my personal opinion, has a lot to do with twin flame unions. No freaking way. You guys, this is so weird. I'm pretty sure you got the same two vibrations as either Cancer or Pisces. Now, if you guys are involved with either one of those signs, maybe you are a Cancer Pisces crosswatcher, or maybe you have a lot of that in your chart. This is the distinction. There's some crossroads, there's some crosshairs I'm hearing, even parallel realities right now that are syncing, okay? So look at this. Merkaba and Tantric journey. Merkaba, right? We're looking at 32 and 42 being that of 5 and 6. Seamless interaction here with energies. Or if we look at it in the way that it actually came out, it was 6 and 5, which could even be more telling as to a digression or a pulling back of something. Okay, if that resonates. But Tantric journey is I mean, look at the shapes of these energies. There's a reflection happening here. There's these crossing parallel realities, okay? And I will say Cancer's reading was very intense. Cancer's reading was very deep, very intense, and a little bit malicious. Just gonna put it out there if that applies, okay? Tantric journey, number 6. The frequency of Tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. So sensual experience is absolutely a very passionate energy, okay? It could be esoteric even, right? As we reconnect with someone, there's feelings that come up that are of a sexual nature, but you don't have to be aroused for that. You can just simply enjoy how you feel. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into the layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. So let me say this, I just got a download that some of you are going to be getting Akashic references through your dreams, and not all of them are going to be good, okay? Especially water signs, you guys. You guys are already very active in your intuition and subconscious. That if you're a vivid dreamer, things are going to get cray-cray. Okay. Interesting. Whew, very intense energies. Intense. Okay, Scorp. Okay, solar plexus and third eye. Whoa. 2 chakras coming out back to back. 3 and 6. Quantum leap in here. Going from solar plexus to third eye chakra is quite literally going up, right? We're looking at going up the scale. And with this, you could feel a little bit more enlightened as well, I might add. So the solar plexus chakra has everything to do with your confidence. And what I will say is there's a very fine balance, okay? Having these 2 chakras ultimately make green, okay? If we look at the 2 colors together, and if we look at the numerology associated with it, they're obviously related, okay? And they're wanting to merge, quite literally, like this Merkaba. We're looking at the divine feminine and divine masculine, that being of strength, tenacity, courage, and that being of wisdom, okay, intuition, and potentially femininity. So that, in essence, creates wholeness, and together they create the color green, which I'm getting as an intuition that is about love, okay? So kind of cute messages, Scorpio. We have the third eye chakra being that of I see. Okay, so that's right here, of course. That's your 6th chakra up, right underneath your crown. And you're going to be seeing things, I think, in your dreams. You're going to be taking action in your dreams, or you're going to be acting out things in your dreams that are of your desires, things that you are passionate about. But be mindful of this, because if you just go with this, then it may be much less fulfilling. So there's a very strong balance for at least one of you out there, right? There's a very strong harmony or synchronicity or crossing of parallel realities right now that's very exciting, I might add, okay? But we have temptation on the bottom of the deck, and this is the devil, okay? So we need to get a little bit more information, Psychic Tarot. Please show me what I need to see. The devil energy could be manipulative tendencies, okay? Overpowering someone, or trying to. Not that you'll get away with it, but you could try, I suppose. And potentially just real sabotage, okay? Real sabotage is what I'm getting, or addiction. You know, when we're looking at Tantric journey and Merkaba, we're looking at someone who may be addicted to spiritual sex, someone who, you know, has quite literally meshed their interrelational, you know, energy, if you get what I'm saying, so that they are no longer an individual. They they are merged, okay? So in this case, the devil could really have a strong effect over this person. And there's change. Woo! Whoa! We have heartache and loss and spiritual union. So what I will say, Scorp, is that if you have a strong placement, right, of water in your chart, this is very water and very air so far. Okay, a little bit of fire, I won't discount that, because the tantric journey and the solar plexus are both very fiery solar energies. Now this could be solar eclipse energy, as we see a lot of that sort of yin and yang energy going on. And we also see a lot of passion, okay, which could involve a Leo. That's what I'm getting. So with heartache and loss, this is definitely someone from your past. Yeah, this is definitely someone from your past. You're healing this, man. You're coming together again. OMG, this is like for sure the real thing. Because when we see these tantric journeys and Merkaba, you guys are coming together. Look at all of these dualities that we see so far. Oh my God, I wish I was Kali right now, because I don't have enough hands. Right? I need more hands to handle all of your synchronicities, you guys. Okay, but you get my drift. You get my drift. Look at these two shapes. Okay, this is the kind of throat chakra, I think. Potentially heart chakra, you know, how it's depicted in the chakra system. 6 points, okay? And this is showing us the unity between divine masculine and divine feminine, right? So the different triangles are represented even. Different alchemical symbols, fire and water. We then have fire and water, okay? Very, very simple, divine masculine and divine feminine. And then we have literal spiritual union, 2 of cups, and heartache and loss coming up in reverse. Okay, so this is showing a lot of healing, maybe even some shadow work. Okay, but there is something very touching here, and this can be for just a few people here, because this is a very special union as I see it, right? So if you're attracted to this reading, I hope to be bringing you what you need to know about this union, because I see it very special, and it goes way in the past. We have throat chakra on the bottom of the deck, guys. I was just talking about it. I was just saying Merkaba and Tantric Journey being that of the 6-pointed, Merkaba symbol, which I think is associated with the heart chakra, no? I guess not, because we're looking at the three points here. So, I could be wrong, but here's another 5, right? And that's no coincidence, right? 2 5s. Being exactly what I just said. So we're getting a lot of synchronicities already. This is really cool. So with this, I want to get some information for you guys. Judgment. Oh, there is judgment. There is something happen here, and someone is definitely leaving. I'm just getting that. Someone is definitely leaving, moving on. Oh, feeling conflicted potentially. Now, this may or may not actually have to do at all with this spiritual union, because I think a lot of spiritual unions are actually coming together against all the odds, and no matter what, right now. But someone is being forced out of the picture, and I think it's one of the twins or one of the divines that are doing this. I'm just trying to get in your energy, guys. I want to get this handled. I want to get this good for you. We also have 2 6s, okay, and 2 3s on the table so far. So, going from imbalancement to balance, but with divinity, okay, within the divinity or trinity of mind, body, and spirit, not forcing things, not taking action that's not appropriate, not fighting against the grain, not even caring what other people think, really. I mean, you may be actually not talking about this because a lot of divines are just choosing to keep it to themselves. They're just choosing to keep it to themselves. So, it's none of anyone else's business anyways. It's really not. None of anyone else's business, because this is a spiritual union and it has to be taken care of. Okay? So don't feel ashamed or bad if you have to keep this secret for a while. It's all right. Just feel whatever you got to feel. That's what I think for someone out there. Yeah. We have the World. Okay. We have some really interesting energies. So with the World, we see the Capricornian energy of Saturn. Now, some of you could very well be within your Saturn return, especially if you were born between 89 and 92-ish, I think. So this is exactly when you are maturing or coming of age. This is one way to look at that. Okay, there's a time essence here, an essence of time. It's your time. You've waited a really long time. It's been a bit of a waiting game, okay? The World is this expansive energy that as it sort of captivates your energy, it makes all things possible. I mean, you've learned this broad array of information. You have such a wealth of wisdom and experience. You've been tested. This has been very hard. Okay, one thing that the World does that most people, miss or just kind of skim over is how daunting of a task it really is. Okay, so when we're looking at the World and how it has to be accomplished, most people don't get here because it takes a lot of tenacity. It takes a lot of tenacity to get through the World energy to even emerge within it. Okay, so most people give up, most people don't care, most people, self-soothe or, self-sabotage and never really reach this goal. Now, the goal is quite literally where you're arriving this week, potentially. Okay, so after a long period of time, it could be years, guys. It could be years. You're finally coming to this. Now, I also see a Queen and a King. Queen of Swords and King of Pentacles, which are neither your energy, specifically, right? And we did say that there may be a third party involved, so I wonder if you're the third party, Scorp. The Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles is a Libra or a Taurus. And that's me as a reader, that's what I assume. But it can also be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Okay? So, there is something being communicated here. There's some message. Maybe these two parallel realities are truly what are coming together this time. Now, this is really important stuff I see for some of you because these are the only two royals to come out with 5 cards. So this is one of y'all. This is one of you guys. If you're resonating with this reading, regardless of whether you're a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, whatever, you may have some strong earth in your chart or you may have some strong air in your chart. Or you may know a strong earth sign, or you may know a strong earth sign or air sign. Okay? This is kind of weird. I'm going to say this reading is kind of weird. It is distinct, right? So when we have a king and queen like this, they're emerging together, like quite literally in a lump sum. And this is maybe what is being kept quiet as well. We have the Hermit and the Star. This is so weird, guys. This really is such a weird reading because there's 3 major arcana. That of Capricorn, Virgo, and Aquarius. And then we have the Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles, air and earth. I'm really wondering where you are. I'm really wondering where Scorpio comes in. Right? I'm really wondering where Scorpio comes in because I'm not getting that message. I don't feel your energy here, which is so weird. I'm feeling that there could be these people in your life with these characteristics, though, which if I don't see your energy, that's okay. You could be identifying with the Queen of Swords. You could be identifying with the King of Pentacles for how long you've had to wait for this, or, you know, what you've had to do or overcome for this, right? When the Queen of Swords comes out, she's a very well-rounded queen. She's got a lot of advice. She's very wise, and she really loves the people in her life. So much so that she's willing to fight for them, go to battle for them. This woman is very fearless. This woman is very daunting, okay? You definitely don't want her as an enemy. And I will say that there's an intensity coming from this card. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is definitely wanting to make amends with this, wanting to release the restraints or constrictions here, to move forward. She's got a vision of 7 years. So she's not one to just stick around. She's not one to just, you know, wait. Wait for what? She knows she can handle it. She knows she's got the vision. She's got the resources. She's got the plan. Okay? There's no reason to wait with this energy. Now, the King of Pentacles comes on the exact opposite side, like polar opposite side with energy. Really thinking methodically. Really taking their time. Really taking things slow. Inch by inch, step by step, territorially gaining their wealth, gaining their notoriety, gaining their respect, gaining their, you know, their investments. They're actually a very successful person in the long run because they tend to take things slow. They make wise investments, right? And they don't invest in things that aren't worth their time. They've got a very keen awareness of that. So then the Hermit comes up with the Star. Now, a lot of you, I feel like, are within this Hermit and Star energy. Potentially withdrawing, taking some solitude, taking some time to yourself. Maybe this is a very, very spiritual union. You know, when we're looking at the spiritual union card, we're looking at two people coming together. Now, this is, again, earth and air. I'm like, Scorp, what the hell is this? Is this even your reading? But I do kind of feel like you're involved here somewhere, or, you know, depending on how you're resonating with this message. Okay, so think openly, right? Because this could be encompassing a long time, right? As we're looking at the kind of dynamics here, this could be a long time in the making. And so as you guys have grown and matured as polar opposites of the spectrum, you could be coming back together with a lot to offer each other. Okay, so the Hermit is the Virgoan energy of planning, prepping, work to be done, something that you feel you deserve, emerging from the darkness to be seen, to be shown. And this is very solar, or not solar, I guess, but Saturn return, where you've been tested, you've been poked, you've been prodded. And you're finally coming out of that. You're finally feeling freer. You're finally feeling more capable. You're finally feeling like this chapter is coming to an end. Okay, so there is something coming to an end, as we see with the number 9, right? Okay, so then we have the Star. This is the number 8 in this deck, okay? As it boils down to 17, it actually is the number 8, which represents karma. And what do we say? Like, we've been talking about these polarized realities or these parallel realities the whole time, and we're looking at spirit and material, number 8, spirit and material, also the infinity sign, spirit and material. But then when spirit meets the material, they clash, they come back together, they are bound once again and centered in the middle, completely harmonious and balanced. That's what this Star card is. Do you know what Aquarius represents as an air sign? They actually represent the water bearer, which is really confusing, but that's why you see these water symbols, okay, with stars and energy like swords. because they are an air sign, but their whole objective is to take really low vibrational energies and raise them up into higher levels of consciousness. And so this is how they quite literally create change, is they sort of engulf these emotions and transmute them into these levels of intellect that will make more sense for the way makers or the change makers. Okay, so they're a very innovative sign. And what I'm getting with the star is that your intuition is telling you here that something very significant is in the works. Something very significant is changing. Something very significant is changing. I almost said Aquarius, so you could be involved with an Aquarius. Okay, but I think if anything, Scorpio, you may be coming through as an earth sign. Okay, I'm definitely not feeling this air for you. Definitely not feeling this air for you. But remember, heartache and loss came up, and that's also an air sign. Okay, though we don't see swords, this is the 3 of Swords. And it was in reverse. So this represents healing. This represents recovery. You know, after this long cycle, it's like, I'm ready again. I'm ready to take this on. I've healed. I'm good. Okay? This is what I feel. So if you resonate with this air, it's because you've intellectualized these beliefs and you've turned them into something that you can actually use and work with. And, you know, if your partner is an air sign, then that's what they've done. Or if your partner is a earth sign, that they have been poked and prodded and tested and tried. And it's taken them a long time to arrive to this position, but they are willing to invest here. They are willing to invest here. So the Hermit is emerging from the darkness and into the light. They're saying, I don't want to hide anymore. I don't want to hide from this anymore. This is too painful of a truth to avoid anymore. Because as we're looking at third eye and solar plexus, you guys are going to have a little bit of courage and spiritual stamina to continue this in such a way that will benefit you for some time until things can be physical, until things can come together in the reality if that's meant to be, right? Because you don't know if that's meant to be, Scorp. You don't know in the future if that's actually what's meant to be. But after all, we see this 4 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Now, this is the dream catcher energy. And this is your saving grace. This 4 of Wands, this is a wedding day. This is an event that people look forward to attending. This is, you know, the best day of your life after a really long journey. After a really long journey, you're finally coming together again. And I do think that this will be in the physical for some of you. I do think that you are actually reuniting with your twin, with this divine person in your life that you just can't forget, you haven't been able to get over, but you've finally healed, and truly the universe is responding to that. So with the 4 of Wands, this is something that will last, and it has a long-lasting passion as well, and a lot of opportunity for career as well. I do feel that some of you will be teaching this. I do feel that some of you will be, you know, helping others like yourself go through what you've gone through potentially one day, which is really exciting. And it's a very rare outcome, I might add. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this portion of the reading. If you'd like to continue on with me to Vimeo, please do. I would love to see you there. And if this is where we part, you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.